Hello world, my name is Simon. I haven't posted a video on this channel in about 10 years when I used to make coding videos as a kid, but I'm back today to talk about design and design decision making. I am the product designer and product developer on the front end for a startup called Zogo. We teach financial education in a gamified, fun educational app that looks something like this. I want to talk about a feature that we built and the decision making that got us to the end result of that feature. So inside of the app, the users can complete modules, financial education modules. And our goal was to motivate the user. A great way to motivate the user is to set a goal for them and give them all of the resources they need to hit that goal. So in this case, what we thought was that the user could earn experience for completing modules within the app, and this experience would work towards a leveling system. So this was a prototype that we created. So in this prototype, a drop-down comes down. It shows the user which level they're on, a short description, a progress bar, and then when the user taps on this, it would take them to the financial progress page where there'd be some sort of journey or some sort of progress. At one point we were thinking a path like this. And then we also thought about potentially more like a tile system, kind of like what Snapchat did back in the day. They probably still do. But I think for this particular example, I'm not too curious about what's behind these locks. So I don't think this one is particularly good. But this is where the design started. And then what usually ends up happening is you find your way over to Dribbble. If you don't know, Dribbble is a great resource for finding design inspiration. So in this particular instance, if we typed in user journey, for instance, I remember finding there are hundreds of these designs, but I remember finding this particular design, which had a really cool, a very eye-catching path system. I don't even notice the text personally. I think my eyes just don't even look at the text. I just look at this path and I follow it with my eyes. So I think that that could be a pretty cool way of showing progress. Another thing we typed in was level. So when you type in level, there's so many great gamified designs that show. Like these look really fun and colorful. And I remember stumbling across this one. I find this one very good. I really like that it starts at the bottom of the page and the user has to work their way up. It's kind of like a journey in that sense. And then I really like the background. I feel like the user can really immerse themselves because of the background and the path. They feel like they're inside of this terrain. So I really like this as well. So taking those two examples, for instance, I will show you the design that we ended up going with. So right here, you can see that the user starts on Earth and they start with level 1, some sort of level name. This was a placeholder, self-motivator. And then there's this path that your eye just naturally wants to follow. And these dots show the user their progress towards the next level. So I think that's a really great way of showing progress and showing to the user what they have to do to get to the next level. Another nice detail you might notice is that instead of using the experience badge that we did back here, we decided to move the leveling system to the left, make it the main focus, and the icon be the icon of the level that the user is currently on, with a progress bar to show how far they are from the next level. And I think this will be a really cool way for the user to have control over what is inside of the top left area of their screen. When they hit a new level, the icon would change. I think that might be a cool, just a cool experience overall. So as the user taps on a level, it might give them a little bit more information. and it might show how many users have already hit this level. So I'm going to show you the end result of this. So the user starts on Earth. We created 16 levels with varying names and images and colors, so it's very vibrant. And as the user works their way up, they end up at the very top, which is the moon, of course. And then there's this pineapple character and an astronaut costume to greet them. So this was the decision making behind this design, and then we ended up coding this design. You might notice that the back end is not fully working, but the design itself is pretty much there. Yeah, this was done in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and a lot of SVG code as well, which was new for me. But you might notice that the pineapple character is floating, and I was thinking of maybe potentially animating the stars as well. But this is the design, and this is how it looks in code. Overall, this design took about 5 hours to create from conception to final result. I don't know if in the future it might be better to show the entire 5 hours and then condense it into 12 minutes, or if these after design videos are better, where I just go through like the 5 hours in a short video, kind of like this. Let me know which one you'd prefer. And also let me know if you would be interested in knowing how this was coded. It was a little bit complicated, and I would prefer to keep this channel more design related. But if there is interest, I'm more than happy to show how this was coded. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Let me know if there are any decisions you would have made differently. And I guess I will see you in the next one.